Hello friends, today we are going to learn about the primitive reflexes. So this primitive reflexes, they are having very important role whenever we want to assess any newborn baby. Okay, so let us go in detail. So first of all, what are the primitive reflexes? So if we concentrate only on reflex, so reflex means it is automatic response to stimuli. So this is also one type of the automatic response to stimuli. Primitive means at time of birth. Okay, so we can say that whatever the reflexes or whatever the automatic response to stimuli they are present at the time of birth, they will be known as primitive reflexes. Now these are not only at the time of birth, some of them they will be appearing even after birth. Okay, but this reflexes will not be lifetime. Okay, so they will be present in infants only and they will be absent in adults. Clear? So what is the definition? So these are the reflex actions originating in central nervous system. So definitely whenever you think of any reflex arc, so the center of that reflex arc will be situated in central nervous system. So the center may be in the spinal cord, it may be in the brainstem, it may be in the midbrain, it may be in the cerebral cortex also. Clear? So these are the reflex actions originating in central nervous system. Those are exhibited by normal infants, but at the same time they are absent in neurologically intact adults. Clear? In response to particular stimuli. So in short, what we can say that this reflexes they are present in infants but they are absent in adults. Clear? Now, these reflexes are suppressed by or inhibited by development of frontal lobes as the normal development occurs. Clear? Now, there are few synonyms also for this primitive reflexes. So, they are also known as infantile, infant or newborn reflexes. Now, what are the adaptive value of these reflexes? So, few reflexes they will be responsible for maintenance of survival. For example, Moro's reflex. So, Moro's reflex will be for protection of baby. Clear? That we will learn in detail also. So, Moro's reflex is for protection. So, it will prevent injury to head. So, that is for survival of baby. Okay, other reflexes they are for development of proper interaction between the parents and child. For example, sucking and grabbing type of reflexes. So they will develop communication and they will develop interaction between parents and child. Now, particular reflexes they will be dedicated or they will be having specialized type of the response. For example, if you think of the rooting reflex, so if the baby touches himself, the reflex will not happen. Okay, if the another person is touching the baby's cheek, there will be response. Okay, so that is rooting reflex. Okay, even if another person is touching, but if the baby is not hungry, so in that case also the reflex will not come. So when the reflex will come, whenever the another person is touching baby's cheek and the baby is hungry. Clear? So it is having its own specialized type of the response. So these all are the adaptive values of this primitive reflexes. Now, how the reflex matures? Clear? So there are four levels as per different literature: cortical reflex, midbrain reflex, brainstem reflex, and spinal reflex. How these reflexes will start? So first of all, there will be appearance of spinal reflexes. As the baby advances in age and as the maturation occurs, the spinal reflexes will disappear and there will be appearance of brainstem reflexes. Again, as there is more development, this brainstem reflexes will disappear and there will be appearance of midbrain reflexes, and in the same pattern midbrain reflexes will disappear and there will be appearance of cortical reflexes. So let us start in this order only. First we start with spinal reflex. So first reflex is flexor withdrawal. Clear? So here the name is given from response. Clear? So as you can see, baby is in either supine lying or in sitting position, and in this position only noxious, that is painful stimulation in form of pinprick will be given on the sole of foot. So what will be the response? There will be extension of toes, dorsiflexion of foot, and entire lower extremity will go into flexion. Okay, now when this reflex will start appearing, so it is before birth. Okay, so from the fetal life only it is present. So from the 28th weeks of gestation to 1 to 2 months of life. Okay, so it will start at the age of 28th week of gestation, so that is onset, and it will be integrated or it will be disappearing at the age of 1 to 2 months. Clear? Now extensor thrust. So here also the name of the reflex is from its response. Okay, so whatever is response, the name is given to the reflex. So first of all, what will be the stimulus here? So the baby will be in supine lying position. Okay, in what way? So one limb will be extended and another will be flexed. Clear? So we have to give stimulus over the sole of flexed lower extremity. Okay, stimulus is given over the sole of flexed lower extremity. What will be the response? There will be immediate extension, adduction and internal rotation of this flexed leg along with plantar flexion of foot. Okay, I repeat, there will be extension, adduction and internal rotation of flexed leg with plantar flexion of foot. Onset is at the time of birth and integration occurs at the age of 4 months. Now coming to crossed extension. So in the terminology it is telling crossed. Crossed means opposite side. Like if you are giving response, if you are giving stimulus to left side, response will come on right side, or if you are stimulating right side, response will come on left side. So it is crossed. Extension means there will be extension of lower extremity. So what will be the stimulus? So painful or noxious stimulus to the ball of foot of lower extremity, which lower extremity is in extension. Okay, definitely the child is given supine position. So whenever this impulse or whenever this stimulus is given to ball of foot of extended lower extremity, response will come on opposite side. So opposite lower extremity will flex, adducts and extends again. Clear? So initially if you are stimulating on right side as shown in this figure, so you can see that reflex response has come on left side. Clear? So initially the lower limb goes into flexion, then adduction and again it comes into extension. Onset is at the age of 28 weeks of gestation and integration occurs at the age of 1 to 2 months. Now rooting reflex. So rooting means to find something, to search something. Clear? So whenever someone is giving stimulus or someone is touching on the cheek, okay, so the child will rotate to that side. Clear? So whenever stroking the cheek occurs or stroking of mouth occurs, child will turn head towards the stimulus side. Clear? Searching for object. Okay, why this type of the reflex is there? So it is to find out the nipple and it will be helpful for breastfeeding. Clear? So many times it is the nature's gift to the child that even if the nipple is not in the mouth of the child for breastfeeding, the child will search it. Clear? So definitely the reflex will be present from birth because breastfeeding is required immediately after birth. We can say that within 1 hour of birth the breastfeeding is required. So definitely there should be some natural phenomena that is helping this child to find out the nipple for breastfeeding. Clear? So rooting reflex, it will help the child to find out the nipple for breastfeeding. Clear? So onset is definitely from the birth and it will be integrated at the age of 4 months. Now 4 months it is the average duration. In few children it will be integrated at the age of 3 months. Okay, and sometimes it may be extended up to 6 months also. So we can say that integration is at minimum of 3 months of the age and maximum of 6 months of age. On an average it is 4 months. Now sucking reflex. So stimulus is given in such a way that someone is touching the roof of mouth. But here we have to be careful that if you are checking this or if you are giving stimulus, so you should sterilize or sanitize your finger. Clear? Because otherwise some dust particles or some other particles may go into the child's digestive system and child may get infection. Clear? So properly clean your finger with sanitizer. Okay, and then you are supposed to put this finger inside the child's mouth. Okay, what will be the response? It is for sucking. So again this reflex is also for breastfeeding only. Clear? So when the nipple goes inside the child's mouth, the child will start sucking. Onset definitely from the birth because as we discussed, the breastfeeding is required immediately after birth, within 1 hour of time after birth. Clear? So integration occurs at the average age of 4 months, but it may be minimum 3 months for few children and it may be maximum 6 months for few children. Now for the grasp reflex. So as you can see, the grasp reflex will be checked in upper limb as well as in lower limb. So if you are checking in upper limb, that is in hand, so that will be known as palmar grasp, and if you are checking in lower limb, that is in foot, so it will be known as plantar grasp. So what will be the stimulus? So the stimulus is given in form of maintained pressure to palm of hand for palmar grasp and to the ball of foot under the toes for plantar grasp. What will be the response by child? So there will be maintained flexion of fingers for palmar grasp and maintained flexion of toes for plantar grasp. Onset for palmar grasp is from birth, and for plantar it is from 28 weeks of gestation. When they will be integrated, so for palmar it is integrated at the time of 4 to 6 months, and plantar reflex it will be integrated at the time of 9 months. Now traction. So you can see in the figure, so how to give stimulus. So grasp the child's forearm and pull the child up from supine to sitting position. So what will be the response by the child? So you will feel that as if the child is also trying to come to sitting position. So what will be the response? So the child will grasp your hand as well as there will be flexion of upper extremity. Onset of this traction reflex is at the age of 28 week of gestation, and it will be integrated at the age of 2 to 5 months. Now we are coming to brainstem reflexes. So first and very important, it is asymmetrical tonic neck reflex, abbreviated as ATNR. Asymmetrical tonic neck reflex. So it is ATNR. What will be the stimulus? So rotation of the head to one side. So as you can see in this figure, the child is seeing on his left side. So if he sees on left side, there will be extension of left upper extremity and extension of left lower extremity. So we can say that whatever the side the child sees, there will be extension of upper extremity and lower extremity of that side. Okay, now on opposite side, so that is on right side, you can see there is flexion of upper extremity and flexion of lower extremity. Clear? This posture can be compared with the posture of Lord Ram. So you can see that Sri Ram, he is looking on his left side. So there is extension of elbow on left side and flexion of elbow on right side. Okay, if we want to remember in other terminology, so we can also think like that. On the face side or on the eyes side, there will be extension, and on the occipital side, okay, on the skull side, there will be flexion. Clear? So stimulus is rotation of head to one side, response is flexion, okay, over the face side, and extension over the face side and flexion over the occipital side. Clear? Onset is definitely from the birth, and integration occurs at the time of 4 to 6 months of life. Clear? So ATNR, it is very simple if you remember the posture of Sri Ram. Clear? Face side extension, then back side or occipital side it is flexion. Now coming to STNR, so that is symmetrical tonic neck reflex. So here what will be the stimulus? So that is flexion or extension of head. In ATNR there was rotation of head. In STNR either flexion or extension of head will be working as stimulus. What will be the response? So response with head flexion will be flexion of upper extremity and extension of lower extremity. But if the stimulus is with head extension, so there will be response of extension of upper extremities and flexion of lower extremities. So very simple, if the cervical flexion occurs, there will be flexion of upper limb and extension of lower limb. If the cervical extension occurs, there will be extension of upper limbs and flexion of lower limbs. Onset will be at the age of 4 to 6 months, and they will be integrated at the age of 8 to 12 months. Now coming to symmetrical tonic labyrinthine reflex. Few literatures they are explaining tonic labyrinthine reflex. Okay, so whether it is TLR or STLR, both are same. Clear? So here ATNR, STNR, TLR, STLR, all these are commonly known, or we can say universal short forms or abbreviations. Clear? So they may be asked like this also. What will be the stimulus? So it is just placing the child into prone position or supine position. Okay, in this diagram, if you can see, the child is given supine and prone. Sometimes it is on surface, but if it is not in surface, it may be simply in the hand of examiner. Clear? So if the child is in supine in the hand, okay, it will be dorsal suspension. Okay, and if the child is in prone lying in the head, in the hand, it will be known as ventral suspension. So stimulus is either giving prone or supine position to the child. Response with prone position will be increased flexor tone, so that will lead to flexion of all limbs. But when the child is in supine, there will be increased extensor tone that will lead to extension of all four limbs. Clear? So that is seen properly in this figure also. Onset is from birth and integration occurs at the age of 4 to 6 months. Now positive supporting reaction, it is also known as walking reaction, sometimes primary walking reaction, and sometimes it is stepping reaction. What is the stimulus? So contact to ball of the foot into upright standing position. So you can say that when the sole of foot, okay, and which part of the sole of foot? So ball of, okay, this foot, if it comes in contact with ground, so it will stimulate all the extensors. So what will be the response? Rigid extension of lower extremity. Clear? So the child will try to stand, we can say. Okay, definitely the age is less, so child will not be able to stand, but as if the child is trying to stand. Clear? So whenever the sole of the foot comes in contact with ground, the child will extend the lower extremity, so there will be extension. Onset is at the time of birth and integration occurs at the time of 6 months. Now exactly opposite of this, there is negative supporting reaction. Negative supporting means when the sole of foot is not in contact with ground, there will be flexion of lower extremities. Clear? So that is opposite of positive supporting reaction. Okay, it is known as negative supporting reaction. Positive supporting reaction, sole of foot comes in contact with ground, response is extension of lower extremity. Okay, negative supporting reaction, sole of foot that is not in contact with ground, reaction or response, it is flexion of lower extremity. Now coming to midbrain reflexes. So first is neck righting. Clear? So we all know that whenever we are rotating our body, so there will be segmental rotation. Like if I want to see on my left side, so first my eyes will move on left side, then my head will move, then my shoulder, okay, so that is upper part of the thoracic region will move. Okay, so I will not be moving as a simple log movement, or I can say that I am not moving like statue. Okay, if you think of the statue and you want to rotate the statue, so there is no segmental rotation. Statue will move as a whole. But when you think of the human body, so we are rotating our body step by step. Clear? First eyes, then cervical region, then thoracic, then lumbar. Clear? So it is always segmental rotation. So same is checked here. Okay, so this is segmental rotation. It is known as righting reflex. Clear? So here for neck righting, what we have to see, so whenever we are giving stimulus to the child in supine lying, okay, blindfolded means the child's eye will be covered. Okay, so when the child is in supine lying with eyes covered, rotate the child's head to any one side. Clear? What will be the response? Body will also rotate to that side as a whole. Okay, because here the child has not achieved segmental rotation yet. Clear? So when it will start? So it will start from the birth and it will be integrated at the age of 3 months. Clear? So very simple. When you rotate the neck, child will also rotate on that side. Okay, because the child has not developed segmental reaction or segmental rotation yet. Clear? So that was regarding neck righting reflex. Now coming to optical righting. Clear? So what will be the stimulus? So child is held from the armpit, okay, and child will be in suspended position. Now what we have to do is we have to change the position of that particular body from side to side. Clear? So what will be the response? Eyes will always move the same side as the head moves. Clear? So we have to tilt the child on right side and left side, and if you can see in this figure, child will always try to make his or her head vertical, okay, along with eyes movement. Clear? So here the eyes will always move to same side on whatever the side head moves. Clear? So onset is at the age of 1 to 2 years, and it will not be integrated, it will be persistent throughout the life. Now labyrinthine writing, so stimulus, response, everything is same whatever it was used in optical writing. Clear? But here eyes will not be giving any feedback because this is not optical writing. Okay, we have to see whether the labyrinthine system, that is peripheral vestibular system situated in inner ear, whether it is working or not. Clear? So we have to block the feedback that is received by eyes. Clear? So here the child will be blindfolded, or you can see in the figure also that the vision is blocked. Okay, again you change the position of child, okay, by holding the child from armpit. Okay, so head will come to vertical position. Okay, so that is nothing but labyrinthine writing response. Onset will be at the age of 2 to 3 months, and it reaches at the peak up to the 5 to 6 months. Clear? And this reflex also, it is not integrated, it will be persistent throughout the life. Now coming to cortical reaction, so that is the highest level of maturation that has occurred. So what this cortex, okay, will cause change in our body. So they will be bringing the equilibrium reactions. Clear? Equilibrium means even if you are giving any type of the perturbation, child will be able to maintain his or her balance. Initially it was not there. Clear? So we might have observed that few babies before the age of 2 years, or sometimes even lesser than that, even with the minor stimuli or minor perturbation, they will be having fall. Clear? But once the child crosses more than 3 years of the age, then the child will not be falling as frequent as the child was falling previously. Clear? So the child has developed equilibrium reaction. So how to check? So stimulus can be given in the form of movement of tilt board or rocking board. Clear? So you can see in the figure that child is standing on this board. So if you move or tilt that board, so it is working as stimulus. Clear? It will challenge the child's balance. So what will be the response? Response is by extension of upper and lower extremity. So extension of upper extremity will stop falling, okay, and extension of lower extremity will regain the balance. Clear? Now when there will be onset, so for various positions the onset will be different, but if we think of these two common positions, so for sitting onset is at the age of 10 to 12 months, and for standing it is around at 18 months of life. And this reflexes, they are also not integrated, they will be persistent throughout the life. Now after this, few literatures, they are classifying few reflexes as automatic reactions or automatic reflexes. So which are they? So first is Moro's reflex. It is having survival value, or we can say that it is for protection. So what will be the stimulus? So as we can see in the figure, the child will be held into examiner's hands, okay, and there will be sudden change in position of head in relation to trunk. Clear? So mostly what the examiner will do, examiner will behave as if patient is dropped backward, okay, like the head will come down suddenly. Okay, definitely the child is supported, examiner will not allow the child to fall, but still the head is tilted backward suddenly with hand. Clear? So what will be the response? So there will be extension, abduction of upper extremity, hand will open, and there will be crying followed by flexion, adduction of arm across the chest. Clear? So this is the response. So onset is again from 28 weeks of gestation, and it will be integrated at the age of 5 to 6 months. Clear? So in this figure you can imagine that examiner's left side and right side. Okay, so examiner's left side, he or she is bringing down suddenly, so that child will feel that child is falling backward. Clear? So the response will be seen as explained. Now startle reflex. So stimulus will be sudden loud or harsh noise. So many times the stimulus will be that is noise or voice of your pressure cooker. Clear? So what will be the response? So there will be sudden extension or abduction of upper extremity, sometimes also associated with crying. So this noise stimulus, or we can say it is auditory stimulus, it will be bringing crying to this baby. Clear? Onset is from birth and this will be also persistent. Now lendu reflex. So here the child is in ventral suspension. This position is known as ventral suspension. So here the stimulus will be given in form of neck flexion or neck extension. What will be the response? If the neck is extended, there will be hyperextension of spine and lower limb, and at the same time if the neck is allowed to flex, this hyperextension of spine and lower limbs will disappear. So they will go into flexion. So whether you go for active or passive neck extension, both are correct stimulus. Clear? So there will be extension of neck as a stimulus. So response will be extension of back and both the lower limbs. Onset is at the age of 3 months and this reflex reaches at the peak at 8 months and it will be integrated at the age of 10 months. Now Gallant's reaction. Few literatures they are also explaining Gallant's trunk incurvatum. So the stimulus is given in form of stroke to the back side, okay, and on the side of spine. Clear? So stimulus in form of stroke, it is given on the back side by the side of spine or vertebral column. So what will be the response? There will be lateral flexion on that side, okay, or we can say on the side of stimulus. So the response will be swinging of the child towards the side of stroke. Onset will be from the birth and it will be integrated at the age of 4 to 6 months. Now coming to parachute reaction. So here the stimulus is given in such a way that child will be held either at the lower part of the trunk or from the pelvis, okay. Then there will be sudden movement that will be given. So what is done actually? So child's body is rotated quickly. Clear? So what will be the response? So there will be extension of arm forwards as if the child is preventing from fall. So you can see that the upper limbs they are extended here. So the child will try to avoid the head injury, okay. So you just imagine that if someone is giving you forward movement suddenly, so there are chances that there will be injury to head. Clear? So by keeping upper extremities into extension, clear, there will be no contact of the head with the ground. Clear? So here how the child is preventing head injury by moving their upper extremities into extension, so that upper extremities they are coming in contact with ground, not the head. Clear? So there will be response of extension of arms forward as if to break a fall to prevent head injury. So this reflex is present from 6 to 12 months of the life and it will be persistent throughout the life. Now some other associated reactions. So stimulus will be a resisted voluntary movement in any part of the body, okay, if it is given. So what will be the response? So there will be involuntary movement in a resting extremity also. So for example, if the resisted shoulder abduction is given, so it is possible that abduction also appears on opposite side, that is resting extremity. So that will be the response. Onset may be from birth to 3 months and it will be integrated at the age of 8 to 9 years. Clear? So associated reactions means on one part of the body there is voluntary movement, okay, so that will be associated with involuntary movement on other part of the body. Clear? So that will be known as associated reactions. These associated reactions, they will be also present in other neurological conditions like stroke. So these are the references. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you.